Good morning. Happy Wednesday. How are all the empathic sensitive souls doing so far this week? Now, on Monday, we drew that wide open card. That is a gorgeous card. I love it. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and to share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. This week has been a struggle for me. It has been. It's been. Last week was harder, I think. But this week it has been learning to trust myself, that I am okay with me, that I'm okay with who I am. And gosh darn it all, you know what? We are fine just the way we are. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't strive to be better or whatever we want. But for right now, we're okay. And I have to trust myself that I'm okay. And that's a hard thing to do. When you're on fight or flight, and for so many of us, especially the empaths and the sensitives, we've been in fight or flight probably the majority of our life. We've learned at a very young age to read the room, know how to mask and to morph into what people around us want and need from us. And it's so hard to learn who we are, excuse me, and be okay with us. To be okay with, you know what my favorite hobby is? I love watching movies. And I can't tell you the countless people that have told me, well, you spend a lot of money on DVDs. We're talking several years ago when DVDs was a big thing. It wasn't the live streaming that we have now. You're wasting money. Excuse me? This is what I like to do. I don't go sit in the bar and waste money drinking. I don't go shopping and waste money, spending money on whatever it is. This is my hobby. Now, it's amazing that around my local area, there's a lot of hunting. I'm in Wisconsin. That's what we do, right? Everybody hunts. Now, I hunt for bargains. I don't hunt animals. But it's okay for the men, or even now the women, because a lot of women are into hunting, even though it's more of a man sport, but whatever, that they can spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a good pair of hunting boots. That's okay. Or camouflage, or the bright orange. They have to buy guns, and they have to buy bullets, or they have to buy bows, and they have to buy arrows. They have to buy licenses. They have to get that said animal processed. And it's okay. That's socially acceptable to do that. But for me to buy a DVD, it's not. Now, that is a lot of the older generational mindset. And I had to explain to them that I don't do many hobbies. My hobby is watching movies. And I like to watch movies over and over again because I miss stuff. Don't you? Especially if it's a comedy and you're watching it and you're so busy laughing at the last antic that you forget the nuances of what's occurring as you're busy laughing. So learning to trust myself, that I'm okay with my decisions, and that I'm not like everybody else in the world. I don't want to be a cardboard cutout. And at work, it's really hard because there's that expectation that I'm supposed to be just like everybody else. I'm supposed to be married with 2.5 kids, a dog, a cat, a fancy house, drive an SUV. I'm supposed to be all these things because that's what they expect out of the people that work there. They think that I have to be like them. And it is a struggle, especially when you're an empath, to be okay with being who you are. Many empaths are also introverts. Why? Because we can only take so much energy from others. We can only mask so much before we ourselves are wore out and exhausted that we have to recharge. And how do I recharge? I love napping and I love watching movies. In fact, sometimes I nap while watching movies. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Now, am I everybody's bread and butter? Oh, heck no. But that's okay too. And to be okay with being different, to be okay with being myself in the majority of the situations I find myself in, there's a lot of days it's hard. And I fall into those old patterns of acting like they do. But then I'm not happy with myself. So it's this balancing act. It's a catch-22, right? And all we can do is keep trying. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all of the bounty of life's endless possibilities. You're free to be you. You are safe to be you. And it's like I said, just a beautiful, gorgeous card. To stand tall and stand proud and be okay with who you are. Everybody's talking about the 1111 portal and manifesting. And you know what I want to manifest? I want to manifest myself being okay with myself. And I'm working on it slowly but surely, and it's taking years and years of work, years and years of going through my shadow self and not letting those emotions of past events make me respond and react the same way. To have that triggering effect of when somebody says something snarky at work, to not take it personally and not let it waylay me and not throw me down that spiral pit of despair where I would be and flounder for months and months and months, that I can release it and let it go. And now are the days where I harp on it. Oh yeah, there's things that bug me and they bother me. Why do people act that way? And then I have to remember to let them be them so I can be me. And it's hard when you see some people seem to have the ability to be themselves, but yet they don't allow you to be yourself. And to be able to stand and say, no, 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 that's not right. And to have a voice. And that's really hard, especially when you're an empath and a sensitive. And you're an introvert. Now, am I introverted all the time with the right group of people? No. But for the most part, I am by myself. And that's okay, especially at work, because it's very topsy-turvy there. You know, you never know what you're going to get from the customer, and the customer service reps get very frustrated, and God bless them, I can understand what they go through, because it's insane sometimes. You can manifest your dreams and your goals. Don't remain small. Don't contract yourself. Expand your horizons. She's looking above and beyond. She's expanding her horizons. Believe that you're not bound by your limitations. You have a unique voice that you can express to the world. New ideas and approaches are needed, so speak up. Roam freely, the wide open spaces, the possibilities. Allow for a greater vision to replace the old ideas as you dream of a grander dream. Now, isn't that amazing? I love that. Dream of a grander dream. So, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? And work towards that. Again, as an intuitive emotional healer, if you need help with that, let me know. Drop me a comment, send me an email, pop on and say hi. I would love to work with you. I love helping people move beyond their own limiting beliefs and move forward. And it's so funny as I think back about my own limiting beliefs. Well, you can't do that. You're just a girl. That I find myself on occasion, if I don't catch it, saying that to my nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews. And then I have to stop myself and say, what am I doing? That is not correct. You can be whatever you wish to be. We just got to work towards getting you there. And I have to change my tune because I want the kids to have that grand dream. My niece, great niece, loves singing and dancing. And it was last year I saw an ad fly through Facebook for a dance instructor here in town. I said, hey, she's opening up this dance thing. You want to, take the kiddo over there? Oh my gosh, this is perfect timing. This is great. Yeah. She's been in dance for 2 years and she loves it. And her demeanor of how she carries and holds herself has changed to the point where she's a little shy at times, but she has no problem making friends. She has no problem standing up and talking. She has no problem asking for help. She has no problem, especially in the school setting, right? Whereas before she was so shy and quiet, she couldn't talk to anybody. So trying new things, new opportunities, giving kids wings, giving yourself the vision of whatever it is you want. Look over the horizon, see where you want to go. Formulate a plan on how to get there. Now, as a young lady, 10 years old, she doesn't know how to formulate plans yet. She doesn't know what she really wants to be. But I said, well, the first thing, you got to get good grades in school because then you can get scholarships and you can then go to college if you choose, and that will help you move forward. Now, whether or not by the time she gets, in another 10 years, is college available? I don't know what next year is going to be like, right? But it's a small plan. It's a step in the right direction. Because I told her, even if you go for dancing, you still have to know business, you still have to know math, you still have to know how things work. So you still have to learn all of the stuff to help you. It gave her food for thought, and it's amazing how well she's doing in school now. But she has a goal she's working towards. I hope you find a goal, look over that horizon, be your unique self, be you. How do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it. That's a joke for today. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I will check in on Friday and see how the week has unfolded. Bye for now.